Or how long they take the research before you start filming?
Weeks. Yeah. Like I spent a long time. Like I'm about to embark on another series, so like I'd probably spend, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks researching a particular place. Pretty hardcore, but then again, like you don't know what you're going to meet until you get there. Like so, everything is as much preparation as you do. It all gets thrown out the window.
Which one is the best tribe you ever had the connection, like the enlightenment, like you feel it was the greatest experience you ever have when you're filming there? Which one's the ones you feel like was so great?
They were all so special, to be honest. But for some reason, the very last episode that we filmed was with these Chivanti people in Brazil. And it was one of the most special experiences ever. The whole tribe came together. They were the ones that got me up every morning at 5 a.m. They were the ones that woke me up to start filming. And they were the toughest guys I'd ever met, and yet some of the most gentle souls. So they'd all give you hugs and everything at the end of the day. And it was one big film crew. And that was actually one of the episodes where I got in this stick fight and I broke a rib. And because the guy like they matched me with was stronger, younger, bigger, but see the risks were real, you know. So there was no safety officers with me. There was no health assessment or anything like that. It was really my decision and my choice to go out to do this.
But the sticks are small or big sticks?
No, they were clubs.
Oh, the club.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so they, it was pretty hectic. So I ended up, and the funny story behind that was that we had this fight, and I'd set my camera up, the big camera, and I'd hoped that he was going to get it in focus, my mate that was filming. And then we had the fight, and then I was absolutely in agony. I'd broken like 5 sticks on this guy, and he just kept coming for me. He didn't feel the pain at all, apparently, or at least he told me he didn't. However, I was really feeling it. I didn't realize at the time I'd broken my rib, but I was so high on adrenaline. I went round and had a look on the through the viewfinder, and I was smiling and laughing through the whole thing. I thought, oh no, I've got to do this again. So I went back into the ring, and did it again.
You back even knowing it has the broken rib?
Well, I didn't know I had a broken rib at the time. So I went back for round 2, and I sort of held my arm to protect the rib because it was hurting. And then I just copped it on my arm. I thought I broke my arm then. But like coming back to that tribe, because I did that and I had, showed enough bravery, even though I didn't win the fight, and I let the clan down that I was living with. They was just impressed that I had a go, and a lot of it is about that, just you get the respect by having a go and conquering that fear. And so at the end, they were just the warmest, nicest people, and saying goodbye to them. And we'd all been through this mammoth effort, because then I did fracture a rib, so it was hard to film the rest of the show. So they helped me. Wow, so they would carry my gear around with me, and they would help me with the shots, and they were really they could see what we were trying to do. And so it was so special. And then when we left, it was really sad to say goodbye. Wow. So, I hope we can go back there and we can see them one more time.
Now, let's talk about the experience when you return back to civilization.
Yeah.
How you feel from being outside to be back to the modern society, Starbucks, in and out, food,
paying gas bills.
Exactly, all of that.
That's tough. It is, because you go into these worlds and nothing else matters, because you're completely cut off from civilization. So it all becomes about human relationships and how you get on with other people. And then when you return back into the city and you see signs and advertisements and everybody's frantic and panicking about catching up and the schedules are so tight and all the rest of it, it always took me like a 2-week detox to get back into the rhythm of the city. And Yeah, my fiance always used to say that. You know, Tim's head's still in the jungle.
Oh yeah, especially you're in the bed, a nice bed.
Yeah.
You know, taking a hot or cold showers. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, there was no hot showers where we went. You know, it was a bucket.
Whatever is available.
Yeah.
Whatever is available, shade, you know,
No.
things like that.
No, it was there was no mod cons. I mean, it's funny because my fiance says I'm still not a man unless I take out the trash, and so getting used to that is kind of hard.
That's the hard part, actually. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you ever have the problem some of the cultures don't want to tell you everything about the become from a child to be adult? Do you ever have that challenge?
Yeah, I mean, there was some stuff that we couldn't film because men's secret societies, there are secrets of manhood that they never want you to ever divulge or release. So there was times when they let us in or let me go through the particular ritual, but to actually film it was banned because it's all part of taking a boy, removing him, and then sharing the secrets of manhood with him, and then a lot of the stuff is sacred, and a lot of it involves spirits of the local area or the island or the place that you're in. So, yeah, certainly there was stuff that they didn't want to divulge and that they kept for their own culture and their own people, and we just respected that. The whole series was about not judging another culture and how their beliefs and their traditions. So we just backed off and said and just respected that.
Wow. That's amazing, all of that experience you have. But it's 12-show documentary, right? 12-part documentary, right?
Yep, 12 episodes.
It's going to be aired on Rite Network on June 8, right?
Yeah, Ray Network, June 8.
9 p.m.,
9
right?
p.m., yeah.
That's right. So to the audience, be ready for that show. It's amazing. I see the first two. Really great, especially when I hear for your experience, all of that. It's amazing what you're having. It's just great. And once again, we had Tim Noonan.
Yeah.
Noonan. Sorry about that.
No,
Tim
that's all right.
And I'm glad you guys watching. And don't forget to watch on June 8th at 9 p.m. on Rite Network. They show the Rite of Passage. By that.
Thanks, mate.
All right. So I'm glad to having you here again.
Rite of Passage premieres Thursday, June 8th at 9 p.m. on Ray Network.